The Steam censorship issue has garnered political attention. Silksong has reached over 500,000 concurrent players, and a few more indie games have been delayed, including Slay the Spire 2. Silksong, you may have heard us mention it once or twice, but it's sort of taken over the entire world, and it's recently hit the Steam charts for having a very, very high concurrent player count. On its first weekend, Silksong hit 587,150 concurrent players, and that's just on Steam. It's not entirely surprising, we knew it was going to be a big launch when it finally did drop, but it's got its name up there amongst some of the biggest names in gaming. It broke the original game's record in just 20 minutes, and it's had a higher concurrent player count than Helldivers 2, that massive launch from earlier on in the year, and even the recent Battle 6 open beta, and was just behind Apex Legends and Marvel Rivals, two very successful hero shooters who have a huge backing behind them. Now, of course, we knew it was going to do well, but when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, a game made by just a couple of people in the indie space doing as well as games like Apex Legends is absolutely unbelievable. It just goes to show that, hey, we were right. Indie games do have something special to offer. And of course, we can't forget that is just the Steam player count. We've got no idea how many people are playing it on PlayStation, Xbox and Switch, but I would assume it's a couple 100,000 more. Next up, a couple more game delays now, and I don't think we can blame Silksong for these ones. Neon Inferno, the side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, has been delayed from October 2nd to November 20th. Zenovia Interactive have said, as of writing, the game is essentially done. However, unfortunately, releasing it isn't as simple as pressing a button. We needed to take into account the schedules and certification needs of multiple platform holders and multiple physical distribution companies, as well as RetroWare's release schedule, which is jam-packed this fall. We considered the option of staggering launches and releasing on some platforms before others, but in the end we decided a simultaneous release was worth preserving at all costs. So the game is allegedly ready to go and hopefully will be fantastic, we just have to wait a little longer to play it. Speaking of waiting a little longer, Slay the Spire 2's open beta has been pushed from fall 2025 to March 2026. Now, developer Megacrit have said it's nothing to do with Silksong. However, they have said, on the bright side, everyone can keep busy playing Silksong while they wait. So into why they have delayed the game, in their newsletter they have announced, after a lot of internal discussion, we've made the call to move Slay the Spire 2's early access launch to a Secret Tuesday in March 2026. The Secret Tuesday thing isn't a joke as well, apparently the devs don't actually know when they're going to release it yet. They've also said there's no single dramatic reason, some personal life stuff has hit the team, and they have said the game just needs a bit more polish to meet their standards. So yes, we do have to wait for Slay the Spire's sequel, and I know lots of people were a bit disappointed because, hey, we were really excited for this game to come out this month and we've got to wait a few more, but at least when it comes out it's going to be fantastic, if the first game was anything to go by. Lastly, that Steam censorship issue that keeps coming up, well, it's starting to hit Parliament now. Following on from payment companies dictating what people should buy on Steam, and them having to withdraw adult content from their platform, gamers and developers alike are signing petitions to get their country's government to look into this issue of censorship. Over the last 2 months, a change.org petition has garnered 250,000 signatures, but there is no legal right for any companies or countries to do anything about that. Subsequently, a UK petition has been set up on the official government website that is currently at 7,000 signatures. When it gets to 10,000, the government have to legally respond, and over 100,000 signatures would mean it has to be debated in Parliament. Similar petitions have been established in Canada and Australia, both of which have until dates in October to meet their goal in order to be debated by Parliament. Now, these petitions don't necessarily guarantee a law change, and what law that would even be, we're not really sure. Hopefully, payment companies MasterCard and Visa will let us decide what we want to buy, instead of just depicting all adult content as a bad thing. Alongside these petitions in the Western world, Japan's politicians are also now getting involved on the issue. Japanese politician Zenko Kurishita, who's been a member of the Tokyo Metropolitan Assembly for the last 8 years, was asked by Defa Miniko Gamer about the issue. He spoke about the dangers of online censorship and warned that nobody knows the true intentions of credit card companies. Which, I mean, you can't fault him there, can you? He spoke about how these credit card companies are the ones who make the rules, and how that the structure is so complex you can't clearly tell who is regulating what or for what purpose. He said the uncertainty is the most frightening part and the essence of the problem. Japan was already having these problems for longer than we over in the West have been having, but it is clear that this is a worldwide problem, and the issue of censorship in not just gaming is becoming quite the hot topic. But what do you think? Will these petitions make any difference? Will you be signing or creating one in your home country? And is it really that big of a deal? Let us know in the comments what you think about everything I've talked about today. Make sure you're following all of our social media platforms and our YouTube channel. And if you feel like supporting us, why not head over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye!